Hello, welcome back Stormworks players, and today I will be showing you how to work wedges and all that because I can understand, I've been through it, it's really hard to figure out at the beginning, even if you're new. If you are perfectly new though, I'd just like to say that the rotation blocks I'm going to be using is J, K, and L. You can totally change that in your keybind settings, but I'm not going to because I like the controls. So, to get started, let's just start with just wedges. Wedges. The basic block of the game is wedges and just blocks, of course. So, the way wedges work, placing blocks is, left click. I had to think about that for a second. Anyways, wedges work in a way to where the two faces, just place that real quick, there is four faces that you can place on. So as you saw, this is a face you can place on right here. You can place, you can indeed place there, and you can place there, but you cannot place there or there. Reason being, the game works in a way to where blocks like to connect if they have more than a pixel of connection. So yeah, there's really nothing much to it. Alright, so you can indeed drag these. You can drag them up, or you can drag them down. You can't drag them anywhere else. You can only drag them up and down diagonally, because diagonal is the only way these work. Now, you could do this. Elbows do work in this game. Say, if you wanted to make an elbow on a boat, per se. There's boats that look like this in places. You can click and drag basically anything except tile entities. You want to make something like that? Sure, you can, with wedges. Wedges are not very difficult to work with. Like I said, you can only place on the cardinal directions. So, anyways, rotation. K is on the x-axis. L is on the y-axis. If you want to see what this all does, you can press P and it'll show you everything. I is to switch the direction, or just the general way it works. U is to switch that, apparently. K basically switches with K. L switches with L, and it just kind of does this. If you want to do some weird thing with it, you can. You can basically rotate it in any direction you would ever want to. And if you're struggling to get in that position, press I, and it'll help you with that. J is genuinely rotation in the other direction, opposite from L, as you can see. So, that's basically all you need to know with wedges. Wedges, another thing I want to say, if you got this, just this, you're basically doing it wrong, dude. You're gonna want to make that a little smoother by doing this. And you can do that with any type of wedge. You can make it too long. You can grab your wedge 1x2, which is tab to go into that menu. You rotate it to how you want, and then you can smoothen that out. Or, a fancy way to do it would be to go down 4 blocks in every cardinal direction. You can grab your 1x2, go all the way across, grab your 1x1. You can basically pull it like I showed you a minute ago. click and drag. Grab this again. Hold on. And you can do the same. Oh, oops, that was backwards. Just kidding. I'm bad. I'm still bad at the game. Do not take advice from me. I'm just kidding. Okay. So there's your fancy barn style thing there. It's really not hard to do. If you were paying attention, you would be able to figure that out. Not to sound like that teacher you hated in the 3rd grade, but still. Perfect. And the same goes for these hitboxes, except it's doubled. So there's 8 places you can place and 11 places you cannot place. So yeah, that's all. It's 6. 6 places you can place and 2 places you cannot place. 3 places you cannot place and 6 you can place. So yeah, that's enough with wedges. These are called wedges, by the way. Okay, pyramids. They are the more difficult cousin of the wedge, I say. Same thing, except you can only place them in 3 places instead of 4. Hold on. Okay. Like I said, 3 places you can place. But then again, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 places you cannot place. So it's basically inverted. But 1 more place you cannot place. If you're getting confused, you can totally put me in slow motion, because this is just the way I talk. Slow motion is down to your settings. It should be in this area down here. Just follow my mouse. If you're on PC, it's down here. And if you're on mobile, it should be up here somewhere. Yeah. Hold on. Halt. Okay, just kidding. I lied. Your settings are up here if you're on mobile. It's the 3 dots. Okay, so wedges. There's the pyramids. There's the inverse pyramid and the pyramid. The pyramids, the inverse pyramids work. They connect like that. All you gotta do, find the place you want to place it. It's not gonna be like that, so I'm gonna turn that around. So you basically turn it until it matches up with that, like so. If you want to keep doing that, you can. It's really not the hardest thing in the world. Of course, me and my friend struggled with it when we first started playing. We didn't even know you could click drag, which you can do. Alright, so you can click drag. You can click drag in this direction. Or you can click drag. Okay, hold on, it's not cooperating. Okay, if you got the pyramid, you can click drag any direction, up, down. But with the inverse pyramid, you can only go up. If you are lost, you can contact me with really nothing. Never mind. I'll just explain it a little better. So, inverse. Let me just struggle to get it up and down, along with everything else. But say you're trying to make a boat haul. Probably shouldn't delete that. I can probably just, okay. So you're trying to make a boat haul. You got your symmetry. You pull it out to here. You want. So what you're gonna wanna. This is what these are best for. You're gonna basically make a 1 block gap. Make it 1 block smaller, 2 blocks smaller actually. Every time, make it 2 blocks smaller. Like so. Let me just do this because I have no editing software and I cannot cut this out. which I wouldn't want to because this is kind of technically explaining it for you. Okay, so get rid of that. That's not supposed to be there. Alright, so what you're going to want to do, find the top of this block, the center block, the centermost forward block. You're going to want to place a block there. Then just keep doing that. Sideways up, sideways up, sideways up, sideways up, sideways up, sideways up. There we go. There's your boat hole. So take your inverse pyramid, switch it to where it looks like that. Give you a second to look at that. Okay, so get rid of that. Now you're going to want to click and drag. That's the click drag in the y-axis. You can basically click drag anywhere you want. If you want to make a hole, you can click drag on top of the one you just click dragged. Everything works as a block in this game. Even tile entities. Tile entities are engine blocks, windows, anything that is not a block. And there you go. Wasn't so hard, was it? Now you got your boat hole. Now, to smoothen this out, you're going to want to grab your pyramid. You're going to want to put this here. Drag it all the way down. Place. Should start to look like that. Okay, so wedge. We're back to using the wedge. So the wedge is good for connecting up with the pyramids and smoothing out blocks. So yeah, that's what the wedge should look like if you got it lined up. Now you're going to want to drag that down as well. Now, if you spawn it in, it should look something like this. If not, you're doing it wrong. Or you can use the bigger wedges and do the exact same thing. It's that simple. Now, that is all of the wedges, blocks, and all that. I guess I should tell you how to use blocks, shouldn't I? So, blocks. You can build up, down, side to side, everywhere you want. You can basically do that, hold shift to do it on a different axis. You can do it anywhere you want. Anywhere the game allows you to build. Now, if you see that red that is currently over there, where my mouse is, that means you can't place there, so it's not going to work. It won't place. So, there's your blocks. You use your shift, and you can place them however you want. That's the beauty of it. Please cooperate. Now, if you were to touch a block with your mouse, another block like that, it's going to do that. But if you go above that block, it should even out to be normal. Now, say you're building a boat hull. This is kind of what it's looking like. You're going to want to smoothen that out. So, it's really simple. I know some people are going to be like, yeah, I know this. I just want to know how to use the wedges. Wedges are great. I think that you should use them. Just so you know, I'm using this because I'm too lazy to reset the build, so yeah. You can build it across. You can even do it like that. That's the beauty of it. Boom. And now you got a weird-ass looking thing. Nice. Or you can use this on helicopters or all that. It's really cool. Now, I know this isn't wedges, but I would like to include this. Pipes. You don't just have to use them for engines. You can use them as rails and all that kind of all that jazz. So, in order to use pipes as rails, you're going to want to have these blocks: pipe angle, pipe straight, pipe T-piece, and the pipe cross. Then you're going to want to build the pipe cross up to 3. Grab your pipe T-piece. Now, make sure all these holes are lined up, just like so. Now, grab your pipe straight, drag it along, and drag these the same length. You can have them as long as you want. It could be into the stratosphere. It wouldn't work though, because it'd do that. Or you can have it as just one, like so. Boom. Just one. So yeah. In order to end your pipe piece, if you don't want it into a block, like so. If you don't want it to look like that, you could always grab your pipe angle, face one end down and one end toward the top pipe, like so. Remember, you can always rotate if it doesn't look how you want it. And then you bring your T-pieces down to look like that. It looks pretty good on ships and on bases, which you can build in this game if you didn't know already. We're just gonna show that again. And somebody didn't catch something. So pull those out to that length, any length you want. Pull the pipe angle out, face it down, take your T-piece, face it like that, and boom, you got your railing. Or, these railings look good sometimes in builds. You're gonna want your pipe straight extension, railing segment extension, because English. Railing segment end, railing segment corner, and your railing segment middle. Find all those, and you got your stuff to make pipes. So, by the way, this undo button is up here. Okay. What you're gonna want to do, say you got something like this. You got a 4 high over here, which, by the way, these railings are 4 high, so if you don't like that, too bad, deal with it. Anyways, railing segment middle. These are good for basically this. Take your railing segment. You can have any space as long as it's equal. If it is not equal spaced apart, I will track you down. So yeah, that's about the sum of it. Anyways, railing segment middles you can drag. Nothing else you can though, or can you? Hold on. Let me fact check myself. Or you can. Okay, that works. You can drag any railing, but for the railing segment middle, just do that. Just click and drag, and it should sync up normally. Like I said, this looks good on some builds, not all of them. You can always grab your pipes or pipe back out, and you can just go across. And sometimes that looks better on whatever build you're doing. You never know. Also, you could always do your pipe segments like this. Just do that. You could always have your pipe segments look like this. You can always drag your pipe through the block, because that's how physics work in this game, apparently. And sometimes that looks good. Anyways, if you didn't enjoy, leave a comment. I would like feedback. I'd like to understand why people keep disliking my videos, but okay. Anyways, if you did enjoy, do subscribe. I will have more tutorials like so. I have an advanced engine tutorial. If you're new, you'll probably need that too. There's one over there. So yeah. It's for boats, by the way. Nothing else works. See ya.